We really had one thing we could get done today, and that was come out here and win this football game, regardless of what happened in any place else. And I'm so proud of the way this happened, because you know me. I like them when they finish like this, and as hard as it could possibly get all the way down to the nub. It took another 2-minute drive, and it took a stop, and to get it done. But the way these guys hung and how tough they were, and how they just did not give up on the chance to go. Everybody wanted to go for 2. That was the easiest decision ever. I just thought it was a really impressive finish for us under the circumstances that we had. And, could we win 2 games today? Well, we would try to win 2 games today, but we only had 1 shot. So I thought it was a stellar effort across the board to get that done. And these guys are playing good, too, and you can see it. You can see why. They got good players. So, I don't know how to put it all in a capsule here, other than to say that I love this team, and I love the way that these guys play. And I've told you that for such a long time, that they continue to keep coming back. They continue to keep believing. They stick to the essence of what we're trying to get done. If you could have heard Locke talk to him in pregame and before we went out, and his words of wisdom about hanging together and playing for one another, and it's the guy next to you, and that he was going to call on everybody just like he wants us to call on him, and all of the principles that are so powerful for a team. Locke was on it, and then here he did it again. We've been coming here for years. I think we've played 16 times here since I've been in Seattle, and I don't know. Locke must have made a winning touchdown in most of those catch, and he made a great play today to put us out there and to give us the chance. And then he also capped it off with a great throw by G, but also a great finish on the 2-minute play on the back of the end zone. Gino found him and hit him, and to give us a chance to win the game. So. He's my hero. I mean, he's just my hero. He's just been such a great player for so long, and he continues to go unrecognized, probably around the world here. But it doesn't matter. We know how good he is, and what a great contribution he's made to this program. So, go ahead. What do you got? We were close. We were close. As somebody was saying that, we were close. There was so much time left, 154. That was the discussion in my brain was, is there enough time? Can we hold them off and that kind of thing, and we just scored too fast, kind of. So there was a little, there was a moment there, but there were so many guys, and we all wanted to go for 2, so it was really not a hard decision. No, we'd already talked about. We'd already talked about beforehand. Yeah.
You said it was an easy decision, though.
Well, because everybody was on it. Everybody was for it. The guys, Gino on the field, and all those guys there, and the guys on the sidelines, and the coaches, everybody was all for it. So it wasn't. What I'm saying, it wasn't a difficult decision. It was just going for it. It would have been fascinating to see what we would have done had the Bears won today. It would have been a whole different ballgame. Maybe I don't know. But it was exactly the right thing to do, and our guys took to it and executed beautifully, perfectly to get that done.
You knew the result of the Bears game.
Yeah. Yes, I did.
What was your view of their last touchdown and what happened there?
Yeah, and we didn't have a penalty today. Do you know how many times we've done that since I've been here? Twice. Once today and one other time somewhere about 10 years ago. I don't know when it was. But it didn't feel like that today. It just didn't feel like that. We'll hear the explanation if anybody cares about this game enough to dig into it. But there was a substitution there, and we had a chance to substitute. And I'm running down the sideline trying to get time out, and I was too far away. They couldn't hear me. And so they got a chance. We could have had an opportunity there because they did sub, and the kicker came in. So that was, and they said that afterward, so. But they'll have to talk about it and figure it all out, and we'll figure what happened with that. But it was a great execution by them to get that done. We had them cover the whole thing, but they still threw it and caught it. Their top guy makes the great catch on the back of the end zone. It's a great play by Kyler. So he went around the numbers area, which I don't know if he was across the numbers or not, but he was out there, and it was enough where if he goes past it, he's got to come all the way back in and whatever. So.
That's 5 game when you guys against Memphis.
He's a real pro. He's such a pro. He's so far above the worry and the concern and being, jittery about stuff. He's so far above that. He's a fantastic competitor. He's proven it. I mean, he just proved it again. And Again, I think Gino had a fantastic season for us, did what he could do. We wish we would have done better around him, but I think he did his stuff, and he showed his mettle by how he could hang in no matter how difficult the situation was. And he's done it so many times, it couldn't be more obvious.
Jerry DiPoto said that the Mariners are trying to win 54% of their games, and he caught a lot of flack for that. Gino is 17-16 as a starter since Russ left. That's just under 52%. You said he's one of your favorite all-time guys. So where is winning and win percentage part of the calculus?
That's a good question. That's a good job. I ain't answering it. It's a good job. What else you got? I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to think about that a little bit. It's a really good question. Serious. I'm not worthy for the answer right now.
Is it possible to put it's so raw, but kind of the totality of kind of the situation of not making the playoffs?
Yeah, it's a freaking crusher. It's a total crusher because, I mean, there's so many games in this season that we take with us. These games don't go away, and it's whether it's Rams, whether it's Dallas, whether it's Pittsburgh, you know, it's Rams again. I mean, you know, and there's so many games like this that they just tear at you. That's what you have to live with because we've done the things we need to do to win those games and other games that we just didn't get that. We needed one more, and we should have had three more to have the season that we could have had. We were capable of doing that, and I'm really disappointed about that. Really disappointed because I think we should have been better, and it's unfortunate. But even at that, those games were all as close as you could possibly get, and as you know, challenging as they could possibly be. And we were going to have to come through. But yeah, we did it 5 times. We did it 6 times. Really, we did it 5 times, and then Drew did it 6 times. Could we have done it 7 times? Yes, and we should have, and we were capable, and we were prepared to do that. Just needed to get it done. Yeah, of course I do. Of course I'd love to do that. I do. At this point, I do, yeah.
How different is the messaging compared to last year? Without the playoffs, so you're going to get this win today. How different is the message players knowing that?
Yeah, it is. It's just strikingly different because where the emphasis comes from the outside of us, you know, which happened last year, you know, with the Packers and the Lions. It was there again to be done, you know, and our guys did a great job. I know you guys asked a lot of questions about where was our focus and were we watching scoreboards. There was none of that going on. There was none of that going on. Somebody said, hey, that the Bears had won somewhere in the last 2 minutes of the game or something like that. It didn't. I don't think it would have had an effect at all. But the fact that our guys could just keep on driving and keep on going and come through. We had to execute our tails off. One of the things that let me share something with that you don't know. We set our expectations for the way we block field goals back in the off season. The effort that we're going to put into it and the force that we bring. We blocked one earlier in the year, and it's something that we carry through us all year long to keep sending the message how hard we come and how you're going to get your tail knocked off. We're going to knock guys back and roll them up. All of the things that we do, those add up. And our opponents, and particularly guys who know what's going on, and guys that have a lot of experience, they can see how hard we bring it. And that, I'm counting on, that was a factor down the stretch. They knew if they didn't hit it just right, if they didn't block it just right, we're going to knock that ball down because of the ferocity that our guys showed for so long. And it's just one of my favorite parts of the game because it's not something that a lot of people emphasize. But to me, it shows the depth of your commitment to something that you don't get rewarded for, and until you do. And today we did. That guy made 401 field goals in his career, and he just didn't get 402 or 403 today, you know. And he's a great player. He deserves to be a great player and recognizes all that, but not today, you know. And I think our guys had a factor on that. He did everything. You know, we've been talking about it all year, and I really appreciate that you guys have all been on that too, and respectful of how he has put this thing together, coming back to us. It's heroic almost, and the way he came back, the way he answered the call, the way he was able to go 17 weeks in his last 10th year of football or whatever it is. I don't even know how many years he got. 12 years of football, and he's still in the peak of shape and condition and performance. And look at his numbers. I mean, it's just amazing that he can do that. But better than all that, he's a great team member, and he's a great leader, and he's a great character, and he has proved it to you again. If anybody wants to doubt it, he proved it to you again. And it was just a fantastic come through. And it really, one of the points I'll mention, one more mention about it because it was so special. The first time he was introduced at our stadium, that was like one of the most chilling moments that I can remember being in the years I've been here. The response that everybody had for him coming back, and thrilled that he was able to set a record today.
The celebration in there seems pretty rocking. Was that just sort of kind of for the game and what you felt? I mean, obviously.
You must not be close. This was okay. This was one of the best ones, but it was pretty good. There's smoking cigars in there, which I don't know. You want to ask me that question, Michael? I need to hear what you said. I didn't get it. What else? Are we good? Yeah. He re-injured his ankle. Yeah, and he barely was able to get back. He made it through the week, but he was tender on it. But same ankle again. No, yeah, I think no. I think he cracked a bone in his hand. I think.
Anything else?
Good.
Thank you.